Under the glaring lights of Amsterdam's airport, where fans expected to witness the triumphant return of BTS members to South Korea after the final stop of their world tour, the atmosphere abruptly shifted into something entirely different and far more perplexing. Instead of boarding a flight bound for Seoul, Jin and Jungkook, the two most talked about figures of the night, were seen heading straight toward a gate marked for Los Angeles. For those who had been tracking their schedules and tour plans meticulously, this was not only unexpected but also highly unusual. Why would the group's prominent members bypass their homecoming entirely, and why choose Los Angeles as their immediate destination? The answer remains shrouded in speculation, but the move has already triggered a wave of intense debate among fans, industry watchers, and entertainment media worldwide. This sudden deviation from the anticipated itinerary instantly dominated global fan discourse. Online communities erupted within minutes, questioning the reasoning behind the detour and the secrecy surrounding it. Observers pointed out that the Amsterdam concert was the official conclusion of their international tour, a moment typically followed by a symbolic return home. Yet here they were, walking briskly through the international departures section, their expressions composed, their pace deliberate, as if every step was calculated to avoid giving away more than necessary. No official statement accompanied their departure, leaving nothing but speculation to fill the void. And in that vacuum, the theories have multiplied at an extraordinary rate. The most immediate question centers on timing. The world tour had already been an exhausting stretch, 18 performances across multiple continents in just months. The expected post-tour period would involve rest, domestic media appearances, and private time with family. Instead, Jin and Jungkook were heading into another transcontinental flight, one that placed them in a completely different strategic position. Los Angeles, a city that holds unparalleled significance for global entertainment deals, high-profile collaborations, and industry-shaping negotiations. Could this be the start of a new international project? Or was there a more personal, behind-the-scenes reason driving their sudden relocation? Eyewitness accounts from inside Amsterdam's Schiphol airport described a scene both routine and strangely intense. Security was visibly heightened, with personnel carefully managing fan clusters while ensuring the two singers maintained an uninterrupted path to the gate. Multiple sources claimed that their luggage tags were bound for LAX, confirming the Los Angeles destination beyond doubt. Yet the two maintained a level of discretion unusual even for their high-profile status. There were no impromptu waves to fans, no brief stops for photos, only a quiet, purposeful transit toward the departure lounge. Every detail seemed choreographed to avoid unnecessary attention, which, paradoxically, only drew more of it. Industry analysts have been quick to dissect the implications. Los Angeles is not merely a city for leisure or casual travel for global pop stars of their stature. It is a hub where future careers can be reshaped, deals worth millions are signed, and groundbreaking artistic ventures are born. BTS's history with LA is well documented, from sold-out stadium shows to surprise collaborations with Western artists. This history makes the destination a fertile ground for speculation. Could Jin and Jungkook be finalizing a collaborative track, securing brand endorsements, or even preparing for a surprise appearance at a major music festival or award show? Each theory is as tantalizing as it is unverified. Adding to the intrigue is the fact that their departure came without the usual accompaniment of the other members. While BTS as a whole has mastered the art of collective and individual appearances, this sudden pairing for a transatlantic journey raises questions about the nature of their business in Los Angeles. Why only Jin and Jungkook? Was the decision last minute, or was it planned well in advance under a veil of confidentiality? And perhaps more importantly, what are they preparing to unveil once they arrive? The absence of immediate answers has turned this into a case study in how silence can amplify public curiosity. By not providing any direct context, the move has allowed the narrative to be shaped almost entirely by observation and deduction. Some fans are convinced this is linked to an upcoming music release, pointing to recent cryptic social media activity. Others believe it could be related to a global brand campaign, noting both members' increasing involvement in high-profile endorsements. There is even speculation about a potential media production, Perhaps a documentary or a special performance that requires on-location shooting in Los Angeles. What cannot be overlooked is the symbolic nature of bypassing South Korea entirely. In the world of international entertainment, timing and location are rarely coincidental. Every public movement by a figure of Jin or Jungkook's status carries weight, and in this case, the decision to land in Los Angeles instead of Seoul signals a deliberate prioritization of whatever awaits them there. The fact that this happens immediately after a high-energy, globally celebrated tour finale only intensifies the stakes. Fans and critics alike are aware that such timing could be part of a larger, carefully orchestrated sequence of events for now. The questions outweigh the answers. Cameras will undoubtedly be waiting when they land in Los Angeles, hoping to capture even the smallest clue, a handshake, a meeting, an unguarded comment that might reveal their true purpose. Until then, the mystery only grows. Every frame of their airport footage, every detail of their travel arrangements, and every unspoken word between them will be analyzed for meaning. The uncertainty is not merely a byproduct of their fame, it is an accelerant, fueling the speculation machine and keeping millions of eyes fixed on what will unfold next. What exactly is drawing Jin and Jungkook across the Atlantic instead of home? Is this the prelude to a major announcement, a secret collaboration, or an entirely new chapter in their careers? Whatever the answer, the decision has already shifted the focus of the global conversation. From Amsterdam's closing stage lights to the bright, expectant glow of Los Angeles, the journey they have chosen is no mere travel itinerary, it is a statement in itself. And until the truth comes to light, the world will keep asking the same question: what is really going on? Under the scrutiny of flashing camera lenses and the relentless hum of speculation, Jin and Jungkook's departure from Amsterdam to Los Angeles is already being dissected at a microscopic level. This is not merely about two global celebrities boarding a different flight. It is about the disruption of an expected narrative, the rewriting of a post-tour conclusion, and the deliberate crafting of an unfolding mystery that has seized the attention of millions. In an era where every movement by high-profile figures is monitored and magnified, such a deviation from the anticipated course demands explanation, yet none has been provided. The Amsterdam concert was more than just the final stop of a demanding world tour. It was positioned as the emotional and symbolic culmination of months of artistic work, fan engagement, and cultural influence. Traditionally, such a conclusion carries with it a ceremonial homecoming, a return to domestic soil where the success is celebrated and the fatigue is addressed. Instead, in the very hours after the curtain closed, Jin and Jungkook's trajectory shifted westward, cutting across time zones toward a city synonymous with influence, opportunity, and ambition. For seasoned followers of the entertainment industry, the choice of Los Angeles as an immediate destination is far from random. LA is a city where negotiations happen behind closed doors, where major cultural exports are conceived, and where the intersection of music, film, and branding is at its most potent. This is where global careers are amplified, and it is no exaggeration to say that the city holds the infrastructure to turn a moment into a phenomenon. In this context, Jin and Jungkook's presence there could signal the inception of something designed to resonate beyond borders. The logistics themselves invite further examination. Airline manifests, meticulously timed security escorts, and tightly managed movement through Schiphol Airport suggest that this trip was not improvised. From the controlled pace of their walk to the calculated avoidance of media interaction, every visible action indicated preparation. This is consistent with how major entertainment initiatives are often shielded from public scrutiny until the precise moment of announcement, a strategy that heightens impact by keeping audiences in suspense. The secrecy also amplifies the emotional charge surrounding their decision. For fans who had traveled from across the globe to witness the Amsterdam finale, the expectation of a celebratory farewell was replaced by the shock of seeing the two artists immediately heading elsewhere. This emotional displacement, from the warmth of a tour's closure to the cold precision of an unannounced departure, has only sharpened the public's hunger for answers. Observers are divided in their interpretations. One faction believes this could mark the start of a high-profile collaboration with a major Western artist or producer, a move that could cement their influence in markets beyond Asia. Another group points to the timing as a possible indicator of brand-related commitments, given both members' status as global ambassadors for major luxury and lifestyle labels. There is even conjecture that they might be involved in media production, such as filming for a streaming platform project that requires the unique visual and cultural backdrop of Los Angeles. Yet beneath the surface of speculation lies the undeniable fact that bypassing South Korea after such a major tour is a statement in itself. It suggests a prioritization that transcends routine obligations, one that positions their next move as strategically essential. For Jin and Jungkook, two individuals whose careers have already been marked by calculated risk and relentless forward motion, the decision aligns with their history of choosing paths that provoke curiosity and redefine expectations. The physical journey from Amsterdam to Los Angeles is long, but in the realm of global media, it is the symbolic journey that matters more. They are moving from a space of conclusion to a space of inception, from the closing act of a tour to the opening scene of whatever comes next. The precision of this transition, with barely a pause between, indicates an urgency that could only be justified by something of significant scale. When their plane touches down in Los Angeles, it will mark the beginning of the next chapter in this unfolding narrative. The reception there will be intense. Paparazzi at the terminal, industry insiders alert to any movement, and fans staking out potential locations where they might appear. Even the smallest public sighting could ignite another wave of global headlines. Until then, every unanswered question fuels the intrigue. What conversation awaits them in LA? Who will they meet? And what, exactly, are they preparing to reveal to the world? In an industry where perception is as critical as output, Jin and Jungkook have mastered the art of controlling both. By choosing Los Angeles over Seoul, they have not just changed their geographic location, they have redirected the focus of global attention. The decision is bold, calculated, and undeniably effective. And as the hours pass, the suspense only grows stronger. The Amsterdam stage has gone dark, but the spotlight now waits in Los Angeles. The world is watching, and no one is prepared to look away until the mystery is solved.